So, in a time where we're seeing dumb and dumber clips every day, whether it's on TikTok or Twitter, this guy actually did something kind of funny and he faked his own death. I'm not even joking about this. I literally went on Twitter and just found this clip of this 45-year-old man faking his own death, having a funeral set up for him, and then coming out of a helicopter. This literally reminds me of that one episode from Friends where Ross pretends to be dead and he finds out that like no one shows up, and then later on this one girl that he had a crush on in college, shows up, and then she freaks out because he reveals he's alive, and she's like, what the hell, you're crazy, why would you do this? And it's this whole funny sequence. Anyway, here's a clip of that. From what I found out, this guy's entire reason for doing this was he was trying to teach his family a lesson. He's trying to tell them, hey, this is why family keeps in touch. You never know when we're gonna be gone, and that is a good lesson to teach people. Especially the ones that you love, and you have to remind yourself that look, suddenly maybe God decides this is your last day on earth. That's why I always tell people, hey, appreciate every day. You may be going through downs, you may be going through the ups, whatever. It doesn't matter what you're going through in life. You never know when's your last day on life, and I feel like you have to appreciate those around you because life is a journey. And I feel like, especially, when you're down and you're not, you're a normal person, it's harder to find people who really care about you, and this is how I am with friends, family, the people I love. I try to appreciate them as much as I can every day. I try to make good memories because, at the end of the day, when we're in our deathbeds, we're going to have those memories and we're going to wonder what kind of person were we on this earth. But with this guy, I get what he was trying to do. Here's some big issue I have with how he went about it. The issue is you might have actually traumatized your family members, okay? Because this isn't just your oopsie daisy or your slight little prank, Usually in a prank, the prank should be a couple of minutes, maybe an hour or so, but usually the prank should only last for a bit. So that way the person doesn't take it too serious, And with this guy, you faked your death. Now those people are going to have trust issues. The boy who cried wolf, that does happen in the real world. And I feel like all you're going to end up doing is causing your family trust. Now they will appreciate you more. I do wonder what happened for him to do this. Was it they just weren't texting him? Were they just not celebrating with him or hanging out with him? That's my assumption, because they seem like a close enough family. And look, that happens with me. There's going to be times where I just don't want to talk to my uncles, my aunts. There's uncles and aunts of mine that I've not talked to for a year or so. And sure, that might be bad. I don't know. But if you were to, look, hypothetically, if one of them was to die, if one of them was to die and then came back, I do genuinely think that my mind would see them as untrustworthy, because this isn't just a tiny little prank. This isn't like switching out the shampoo bottles or I don't know, putting, jelly beans in a sandwich and telling them that there's chicken instead. It's like, no, this is actually, like, this is a life-changing thing. This is something that affects you. And depending on how long this prank lasted, these people probably went days, weeks, more than likely just days, but days thinking someone they love died. And I get trying to teach someone a lesson, but it also becomes a very untrustworthy thing. And it makes me think, what is your intentions? And to me, I really wonder, did something, like, was this a big deal? Were they just not hanging out with them? It's like, sometimes you got to understand, everyone has their own individual lives. We can't spend while we should spend our time loving each other and appreciating each other, you have to remember that people have individual lives, and not all the time you're going to be with them. And I get the lesson you're trying to teach, but ultimately, it comes with a price, and that is that untrustworthiness. I would feel weirded out too, knowing that someone faked their own death instead of talking to me like an adult. And maybe that happened. But to me, I'd rather you just have that conversation with me. Be like, hey, I miss spending time with you. Can we talk? Can we hang out? Instead of just, hey guys, I died. Because that would be really shitty to me. Because you also put that person in an emotional loop. You put them in this sad, grieving stage. And then all of a sudden, you're just back out of nowhere. Like, it just, I don't know if it's worth it. Because at the end of the day, I feel like you put people through emotional turmoil because of this, instead of just talking to them. And I would hope he did. But I don't feel like that really happened. Like, you were willing to do all of this. To me, it just kind of feels like you may have not had this all, like, it's just weird to me. And I feel like if I'm in that position as one of the family members, to me, it wouldn't sit right with me. It doesn't mean I'm not going to talk to this person. It just means that you no longer have that trust that I had with you at one point. And look, I'm not a very trustworthy person. To me, it's very difficult to get into my trust. But killing yourself or telling people you died, I don't know if that even that like lowers your case. Even if you're the most trustworthy person I've ever known, you pretending to die, it's very, very weird. And I'm seeing a lot of comments being like, hey, this is a good lesson. And it is a good lesson. There's no denying that. But I don't know how I would react if someone died and then they came back. Like, that would be strange. And to me, it'd be like a symbol of the hell is wrong with you. Because it's not just something that affects you. It affects the people around you. And I also think that one thing that needs to also be talked about is this guy's issue was he wants to be more with his family. He wants to show them togetherness. And he probably felt sad. Maybe it was his family just wasn't hanging out with him. Maybe the reason why they aren't hanging out with you is because you did this. Or because you're somebody who is capable of doing this. And not only that, but I feel like the pain of losing someone is far worse than the pain of somebody not hanging out with you. And I don't know. I feel like this guy is that's just weird to me. But anyways, those are my thoughts. That's all I really got to say. You guys let me know in the comments what you think. Maybe you agree, disagree. I don't freaking know, bro. But this is just weird, man. Like, it's why? Like, and I don't know, man. I mean, at least the family's together. They're happy, but I mean, especially if I'm a kid. Like, if I'm one of the younger kids in this family, and this maybe uncle, grandpa, father, more than likely like dad or uncle, if one of them was to fake his own death, to me, that would be a untrustworthy sibling or family member. Like, that would be someone I look at and think, yeah, I'm not putting anything on him. Like, I'm not going to count on him or anything. This guy faked his own death just to shock his family. Like, what the hell? Like, this ain't a prank, bro. This is, like, actual emotional turmoil. But I don't know. Hopefully, the family doesn't feel anything bad about them. Not saying that this guy is bad or evil, but this is certainly... If you did this to me, I don't even know if I'd want to talk to you after, bro. Like, I don't know, man. Because I feel like initially I'd be like, oh, you're bad. Oh my God, you're not actually dead. Like, I feel like I'd have that relief. But then I feel like it'd settle into me. Then I'd think about it and I'd be like, you faked your own death. Who does that? What is this, Metro Man from Megamind? No, like, come on, man. But anyways, that's all I gotta say. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. I got more videos like this, so if you're new to the channel, subscribe, turn on notification bell. Our goal is to hit 2,000 subscribers by the end of this month. That's probably impossible, but hey, the sky's the limit, alright? Anyways, that's all I gotta say. Gonna be uploading more consistently. I just had to do some things, you know, behind the scenes. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see y'all on the next one. Ciao.
Yeah, we broke and we know it, we don't act like all these other rappers acting like they got racks. Borrow cars, but we whipping in my mom's truck. 99 full, but act like it's a double R. Yeah, we broke and we know it, we don't act like all these other rappers acting like they got racks. Borrow cars, but we whipping in my mom's truck. 99 full, but act like it's a